everybody.
Welcome back to our channel. I'm Helen. This is my mum Rosie.
Yeah, it's been 4 weeks.
4 weeks. We're sorry.
We were going to do last week, but I was poorly, wasn't I?
You were poorly.
Yeah.
But we're okay now.
Yeah.
We're back. And we're in a new spot.
Yeah, with all of my yarn finally has its home. And thank you to Helen and Alex for putting the drawers together with the glass fronts. So I can see all of my yarn.
I've started caking.
Oh, you were enjoying that last week.
So, because I came round to do the filming and then Mum was ill. So she was asleep. So I just stayed and I caked for a bit.
You did?
It was fun.
I could hear you.
We're
Winding away.
Listening to my morbid podcast.
Oh, yeah, crime.
Just like true crime about serial killers. If you're into that sort of thing, you probably already know. But it's morbid, a true crime podcast. It's Ash and Elena. They do a really good job. It's really graphic, so if you're not into that, don't. But if you are interested in that kind of thing, check it out. So that was fun. True crime and crafts.
True crime and crafts,
So, it's been a while. Got stuff to catch up on.
And what we wanted to do last week as well was, so this is quite a belated on here to say a belated thank you very, very much to Petra and Natasha from Knitting, who sent us a goodie bag.
He sent us some happy mail.
Sent to Helen. Was really unexpected for me. I think you must have known because I asked for your.
Yes,
How
so they
kind.
came over to the UK for a holiday
visit. They were going to a wedding. Yeah.
So they said that they had some goodies that they'd like to send us while they were over here to kind of, I think, help with the postage. Like they were already here, they could post it.
Yeah.
So yeah, gave them my address and this gorgeous little parcel turned up with, I guess this is Natasha's writing. It's gorgeous.
Isn't that lovely?
And a gorgeous little note. Get your knit on.
Yeah.
They said, Helen and Rosie, thank you for being such lovely supporters of our little YouTube channel. We hope you have learned something new. We enjoy watching you too.
Yeah, and it's growing. I'm watching your numbers. You're getting lots of subscribers too, and having your giveaways. Well done.
So, guess Natasha does these little cards.
Yeah.
Like printed from her lettering. You are literally the best, and I love this. So I want to send some stuff out to like our viewers with this because I think that's so cute.
Yeah.
So we got some of those and some little postcard like art kind of things. That one. Wonder often, wonder always. That's lovely. Eat colourfully. I love that. That's so cute. And beach more, worry less.
Yeah, it's a bit cold for the beach here in the northeast at the minute.
Yeah, I think she means like Hawaii or something.
Oh, that would be very acceptable.
And
there was a little note from Petra.
Oh, from Petra.
Too.
Hi Rosie and Helen, sorry that we weren't able to meet up this visit. Hope you enjoy the goodies, carry on with podcasting and making. Petra and Natasha. And then they said a lovely skein of yarn for Mammy.
Oh yes. Lovely. Not heard of this make before, but maybe it was over in the US. Sport weight, hand painted. Beautiful colour.
It's your colour, isn't it?
Yeah, really is. So, not sure what that's going to be yet, or whether I'll put it, and I have an idea or something, but I'm not quite sure yet. But thank you so very much. We were so thrilled with that. Happy package.
There was a little happy mail.
So what you been doing, Helen?
Not much.
While you've been mummying and working full time.
I haven't even stitched a stitch since last week, so all my notes are the same from last week.
From last week or last time?
Well, last week, but last time I haven't really done a whole lot. I forced myself to do something for some content because I thought it would be a bit boring.
Oh gosh,
but
having to force yourself.
Yeah, because I just don't have time.
No.
It's hard being a mammy. So I've decided that I need to win the lottery.
So you can give up work.
I can give up work and stitch.
Yeah.
It's just what has to happen. So I don't have any finishes, but do you have some finishes?
Yeah, this is a finish. This is, do you remember I did the Outlander Gathering Cape?
Mm-hmm.
And it was in the dark green.
Yeah.
And I was going to give it to Liz, my other daughter, but I felt it was too small, and I had put it on, and I've got like a little, it's sort of a fastener, like one of those round brooch things with a pin. But I use this is just used in bed.
Yeah.
Or just if I'm a bit cold, because it's always my neck and shoulders that gets cold. So I made another one. So it is, I did use sort of the basic of the Gathering Cape. So it's got like sort of the seed stitch. Don't know if I can say there. Seed stitch is the base and up the side and the collar. And so to change it up, I tried it a few different ways to modify it to make it longer, bigger, more snugglier, so that I can pop down for a cup of tea or whatever, and it stays on my shoulders. It doesn't slip off.
Because the other one was like slipping off.
Yeah, so I suppose it's more like a shawl now. And what I did was, instead of using the yarn that I used before, I had a lighter green and the grey, and so for the body I mixed the two. I used 2 strands together.
It looks lovely.
And I like the colours come out nice. It's easy to wear, easy to wash, dries easily. Just stick it over the back of the chair, because it wasn't,
For the shaping.
And it's fine. It's not, I'm not too precious about it, because it's just for me. I'm not going out in it, but yeah, I got it finished, and it was a nice easy knit.
Yeah.
The repetitions were nice and comforting.
Good.
Yeah. Mindfulness knitting, I think. Yeah.
I like
mindlessness. Mindfulness. So yeah, that's and I was a new start and finished the pumpkin hat for Anna, my granddaughter.
She's already wearing it. I'll put a picture in here, but it's so cute.
It's a little pumpkin hat.
Where'd you get that pattern from?
That pattern was from probably Garn Studios, the drops. I have lots of different patterns on there. Just scrolled through. I think it's on Ravelry as well. There's lots of different takes on the pumpkin hat, but I liked it that it's got a rolled edge.
Yeah, I like that.
So I like that. So yeah, so that was that. So that's the only finishes.
So whips. You start with a whip, because you've got 3 and I've got 2.
Well, the whips are, this is your cardigan. So do you remember I started it with the rib?
Yeah.
But I pulled it in too tight.
Yeah.
So I've gone up a size and done what the pattern told me. So that's just the a garter stitch edge.
I like it.
This is the Drops Cotton Merino blend. It's really nice and soft. Use my stitch markers for the decreases. So this is an easy knit as well, because it's just knitting. I think I've needed sort of easy knits.
Yeah.
So then one of the sides done that. It looks very thin and what have you, but
Oh, you got tons of
I've got
stitch marks.
so many stitch markers there. But with pick up stitches, and you've got a big sort of thick edging to go on.
Mm-hmm. I think this is going to replace this one actually.
Yeah.
Because this one's a bit old.
Yeah. So that's that. So it's nice. And it was lovely. Instead of going into a bag or whatever, I had the.
You opened your drawer.
I opened my wardrobe and the drawer, and when I needed a new ball of yarn, I went got it.
It makes
So
me happy.
This side, it's on this side somewhere. It makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you want us to do a separate video of like going through the storage,
Yeah.
we could do that. Let us know
Yeah.
if you want that.
So,
But yeah.
because all my sock yarn is. Oh, where am I? Sock yarn is here. Yeah. And other 4-ply fingering weight. Yeah.
I think it makes a nicer background. So we're working on the glare and the ring light, and we're on the floor, so we don't know if Mum's gonna get up.
Well, that doesn't matter.
You just live
I'll
here.
just stay here.
So my whips, I'll start with this one, because you haven't seen this one in a while. This is Moe Imperial that I condense it down to. But that's what it looks like, and it's got a sister. But this is the one that I was working on at the minute, and I'll put in what it looked like last time because I've done quite a bit on it. So in it, the sister pattern, I did all these words, the letters, and they were an absolute pain to do. So I've gone back to this one, and I'm trying to do all the letters before I go back to filling in this and then starting on the main body of it. But it's just, it seems so hard at the minute with being busy and baby's ill again, so like bedtime's hard, and then by the time bedtime's over I've got probably like an hour to stitch before then we go to bed.
Getting everything out,
getting
and
everything
put everything
out
away
because I can't just leave things out because
Yeah.
the baby's around, so it just seems a lot of effort at the minute. You're getting warm.
I'm getting warm. So it works. It does its job.
So I'm kind of feeling a bit demotivated to do big ones like this, even though I really, really want to. It's just a lot of work. So unless Anna has a sleepover, like on a weekend, and I could do a whole day, that would be lovely. But I just feel, and it's obvious, like I'm not going to be as productive as I was before. But it's a bit sad because I really miss it. So just getting over that.
Yeah.
But I have done a lot. I've done, so you can see the M, and I'm like filling in. When I have some leftover thread of this colour, I'll come in and fill in the bits. So it's getting there. But yeah, with big ones like this, it's just a bit hard to get going when you've got so little time. But it took me 10 years to do my last one.
The only thing I'd suggest is you set up your Lowry stand here and just pop here whenever you want to, and then it's all out and ready.
I could get another Lowry stand and just have it here.
Oh well. Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my Moe. That's how I'm feeling about that at the minute. What about you? Another whip?
No, I think I've talked. Did I talk about this one?
No.
Right. So this is that. It's been in and out, and shaked it all about, and done. It's done the hokey cokey. It has. So this is the one I really love the pattern. Again, it's a Garn Studio pattern. But I saw it in a Birder knitting magazine, and I did it, and I got quite far down. I got underneath the armholes, and I tried it on, and I thought it fits nice, but it's really it's got good positive ease.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a bit just too much. I didn't want it to look that thin. So I ripped it all back out, and I'm going to go up a size, do the size.
Did you do a gauge swatch?
No. I didn't.
Maybe why?
For our tip section.
Always do your gauge swatches.
But, you know, we know these things, don't we?
Yeah. It's half the fun.
It's, yeah. And it probably would have saved me. I would have had it done by now if I had done a proper gauge swatch. But, so.
'Tis the way.
So that's on the needles, and it's, I suppose, because I've pulled it out so much, I'm very familiar with the pattern now, so I don't,
Well, yeah.
not hardly have to look at the pattern, apart from the increases.
Look on the bright side.
You?
So my other, I'll use this, I think. Whip is my Little Women style, the Stitching Book Club style that I'm still really far behind, but I finished the second section. So that was the house and the trees.
So pretty. I love that.
There's so much stitching. So I'm doing this on what am I doing this on? On 25 count linen, 1/1. So it's tiny, but
it's lovely.
So again, I just got far behind on this because of life.
Much more of it, is there?
There's like the names of the sisters and Louisa May Alcott, and then a whole border.
Ah, right.
So the whole pattern's been released now, so I can see, so I can just stitch it as the whole thing.
Yeah.
When I get round to it.
Yeah.
But even just, I'd outlined all the house, so it was just filling of this dark grey, and even that was like effort.
Yeah.
To do that, to get it out and put it on my stand. It's smaller, and that I've just got a bobbin of the grey, and the needle's there, and I don't have to look at the pattern because I'm just filling in. But even that was still
not bringing you joy.
Not really, because I felt like I had to do something for filming.
But that's it. Oh, bless you. But that's the effectiveness, isn't it, of the tediousness of some things, you know?
Yeah, which it's like
effective.
You've got like simple stitching, you can just sit there, you don't even have to look at it, you can just watch telly, and I can just fill it in. But I guess that's not what I'm wanting at the minute. What I'm wanting is to do cool things like my full coverage piece. I don't really want to do fill in, but that's all I've got time for at the minute. And then it's like it becomes a chore rather than a joy, which, you know, your hobby's supposed to bring you joy. Yeah. So,
but you'd have to do that anyway, though, wouldn't you? You'd have to do the fill in anyway.
Yeah, so. But if I was doing it, if I was stitching more often, I'd get to the point where I was like, oh, I just want to do some fill in. I'm sick of having to look at the pattern and change my colours. I just want fill in. Yeah. And then I would come to something like this, or my Sunny St Mary's, where I just fill in the sky.
And then you'd get pleasure from just doing the filling in.
Yeah, because I want to stitch, but I don't want to think about it, and I would enjoy the filling in. Yeah. That's why I leave filling in for occasions like that. Yeah. But this was just like, I just have to get through it. Oh. So yeah,
well,
maybe I have to make more of an effort to set up things on an evening, because I just sit there and scroll on my phone, and I'm like, well, I've scrolled on my phone for an hour, I could have stitched for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. That's discipline. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, have you no new starts or anything?
No, that's literally all that I've done in the past 4 weeks is that.
Well, I've got a new start. You sent me a little picture of it was Greenberry knits. I don't know. Children's clothes. And it's like an Aran jumper.
This was while I was still pregnant.
Yeah. So I found these are patterns from Grandma. So this pattern cost a shilling. Do you want to hold it up?
Shilling.
A shilling. 12 pence. So it's Aaron for the young. So just hold
I'm
it.
trying to find a date.
No, there's no date on. I've looked.
Melanie, baby wear, South Frederick Street, South Shields.
Frederick Street. Anybody from the north east of in South Shields, Frederick Street was yeah. And I remember my mum used to buy wool, just to say wool, not yarn, and she'd buy the pattern and buy how much yarn she needed, balls of wool she needed, and the lady used to put it, like if she needed 8 balls, the woman would put it in a plastic bag of 8 balls, and my mum would buy 2 balls, and the woman would put it away with her name on, and then my mum would go back the next week and buy a ball or 2 balls.
Like layaway.
Yeah. Well, that's what they used to do. Yeah. I wonder if anybody else remembers that, has memories of that. But yeah. So this is from the 60s, and I remember my mum knitting this for me and my sister. And I think one of us had the polo collar, and I think I had the polo collar, and my other sister, she had it without the polo collar. I don't know, they've got it as boy, girl, but so yeah, that was nostalgic. So here it is. Now, so no, I didn't swatch, but I took it from the smallest size for Anna. So I did. That's the back. I might need to hold it closer to see the different cables. So it's a lovely pattern. Really enjoying making it. But then she came to me on Friday, and I measured it on her back, and it's too small. So I went up 2 sizes in needles.
In the needles?
In the needles, yeah.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah. So you can see there, yeah. Because on the pattern, it's sort of a jumper that's sort of tight to the hips or the waist, whereas you wanted it, so how I've done it is
it'll just hang.
I've done a thicker rib at the bottom,
yeah,
and I won't join until sort of, because you wanted like sort of a gap.
Yes,
so
like
a slit
on the side, so she can move around better.
Yeah, because the little picture is somebody on a bike, little.
I'll put that the inspo picture.
Yeah. So cables, loving it, loving it. So I'll have to write down on my in my yarn journal the size needles I've used. The yarn that I've used is Aran Weight. It's the Women's Institute again. It's the same that I used for the gathering cape.
That's gorgeous.
And it's soft and silky. So you can wash it, you can put it in the washing machine. I'm not washing
it. No, I'm not washing it.
This one.
Not washing
this yarn you can put in the washing machine and it won't shrink.
Not washing it.
Or you can give it to me.
I'll give it to you. You can put it in the washing machine. I ain't touching it.
So there's a little hat that goes with it if you wanted. I think it says there's a hat. Oh no, there's not on there. Sure, I could fashion a hat.
Out of this? That's going to be a heavy hat.
No, not out of that. I'll pull that out. That's just, I've kept that just as the size. That was like sort of And so I know that she's bigger than that.
She's bigger than that.
She is now. She must have had a growing spurt.
She's grown so much she can reach things on the kitchen counter now.
Oh. She got tonsillitis again. Again. That is 5 times since when?
May.
April, May, since she was a year old.
Mm-hmm.
So you were at A&E again. Friday afternoon. Anybody else have that? With children being ill? Friday afternoon, once the doctors close, then they start to be ill, throw up, temperature. Nothing you can do about it, but go to A&E.
So we're going to take her to the doctors and see if we can get her referred, because it's not right that she's got it so many times. And bless her, she's a little trooper. She carries on, but she's so ill.
Yeah.
She's a sickly child.
So that's it. But I'm sure when she's ill, that's when she's growing so much.
It was totally counterintuitive. Because she's not eating because she doesn't want to eat because her throat's sore.
Yeah, but when she does eat, by goodness, she can eat, can't she? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not worried about it.
No.
But
so, Helen, that is my lot.
your whips.
Yeah. My whips and new starts.
You didn't have any haul apart from our Happy Meal?
No. I keep looking because I keep getting emails from Lovecrafts
Tempting.
and other different yarn houses. Saying 30% off this and there's 40% off this and you like
say
this.
no?
No. So have you got anything else to show, Helen? Today?
No, that's me. I'll try and be better next time. I'm gonna really try and stitch because it does make me happy. And I think I need some.
Yeah.
I need to make it a priority.
Mm-hmm.
You got any plans?
Oh, well, what's going on in the world of yarn at the minute is, for those who know, Stephen West, who does these amazing shawls, and I saw on one of the podcasts, he started his releasing the patterns for shawlography, so it's an MCAL, so knit along for 2021, and I thought, shawl, do I want to do this knit along? If it had been a blanket, maybe I would have done a blanket, but I'm not quite sure about shawl. I wouldn't to how much the yarn would cost and the effort it would be. I don't wear shawls outside.
But what you think of as a shawl is a very specific thing.
But
it's not what you think a shawl is.
Oh my goodness me. So I was on YouTube yesterday and I saw his tutorial of his first 4 parts of the pattern. And it's not a shawl, it's a work of art. You could put it on your wall as a piece of art. And I thought of all of the colours that I love, and that's why I was thinking about that.
So is this going to go in?
That could have gone in, because I was seeing then on Instagram, there's a whole load of different Stephen West what do you call them? Groups on Instagram, different and people are showing their different colourways that they use, and it's 5 different colours. Oh, and my goodness, just watching him doing these stitches just to do would be a joy. It doesn't matter what it turns out to be. And so I thought if I chose the colours, then I could sort of rationalise it to myself, the spendies,
Mhm.
because you have to use some nice yarns, you know. And if I chose the right colours, this is where I would need Liz, because she's good at putting colours together.
Mhm.
And it would go on the back of my Laura Ashley sofa.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking.
When does it start?
It started the 8th of October.
Okay. But he said, what did he say?
But he says, you know, it's not a race. Embrace your own pace. And I love that. So it's a bit like you with your little woman
Yeah.
thing.
You don't have to do it. You can't, just because it started 2 days ago doesn't mean you can't not start it.
Yeah. So I think that's a brilliant philosophy for all sorts of things, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's at your own pace.
And the other thing we were talking about is the knitting and stitching show, which is currently going on in London, but in November it's coming to Harrogate, which is a little bit closer to us.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about going there, and you could find some things to go in it.
I know. So I was looking on Ravelry, everybody's, you know, got things ready, and there's already people have, you know, knitted the first 4 parts, because he's releasing every week the different parts. And
so, not knowing much about knitting, because obviously I'm a cross stitcher, but is this comparable to this Sophie's Universe one? Because that's the only other thing that I know of that you've had this kind of reaction to that you would really want to do.
Well, Sophie's Universe is crocheting.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you should be. Getting the crochet in.
It's no, but just about, you know, it's a thing that you make. It's a work of art.
Yeah.
It's like really intensive but gorgeous, and that's.
I mean, I was looking yesterday after I'd watched his YouTube thing. I came in here and I was looking through, because the fingering yarn, it's 4-ply fingering yarn. So I've got lots of sock yarn, but it's wasn't the colours I had. You know, this thing when you see a project you want to do, and just you don't have you've got a load of stash, but you don't have the right colours, or you don't have the right weight. Oh. So I don't know.
Yarn everywhere, but not a
drop to knit. So I don't know. It's an investment. It's an investment piece, definitely. I don't know. But just amazing. It's all of these I-cord knitting that he does, and picks up the stitch. It's just so clever, the architecture of these shawls that he does. But this one particularly has got my eye. So should I, or should I just stick to what I've got and knit from what I've got?
Do it.
It's spendies though, it's spendies. So yeah,
it's a plan.
But if you have interested, Helen will put a little link up at the bottom, the Stephen West MCAR shawlography it's called, and then he says it's not a race, embrace your own pace. But he also says, what was the other thing? These were supposed to be the tips that I was going to give. So he's knitting, so there's lots of yarn overs. So when you're doing a yarn over, it's making a stitch, so you end up with it making it longer.
Yeah.
So yarn over, knit 3, yarn over, knit 3, yarn over, knit 3. And then when he gets to the end, and he says, and don't worry if you've got 5 stitches, if you've only got 2 stitches, make them. Or knit 2 together. Don't stress.
Just botch it.
It's fine.
The designer is telling you that.
say yes, don't stress. Yes, you can do it. And he's got such a lovely teaching style as well. And he's been around for years and years, but I've only just come across him. So that's what Instagram does, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yes, that could be an expensive treat. Or I could put things together. I'm sure I could.
But I'm sure you can find some nice stuff at
Harrogate. But that's going to be, yeah. So I might just go into my Ravelry and put it as in the library.
Sorry.
Are you tired, pet? Do you think you were up all night? So, where are we at, Helen?
That's it. I'm done. You done?
You're done? Yeah. Plans, Harrogate, plans, shawlography. Not quite sure about shawlography. I haven't got any socks on me needles at the minute, so I think the toadstool socks. I'll get them started. Yeah.
We caked that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I'm going to go do some caking now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited about.
Okay, well, I hope you're all well.
Yep. It was a little one today.
Yeah.
But just the way it goes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I can get some more stitching done.
Yeah. And, yeah, happy knitting, everybody.
Happy stitching.
Stitching.
Bye.
Bye.